Hi guys, so this is probably, I don't know, probably the strongest piece you will learn in the entire of the course. No, I really can't say this. There's a good number of things that are really strong, but with this one, if you master this one, you can reveal any information you want. I repeat, you can reveal literally any information, any personal information that they're thinking of if you want, right? It involves a little bit of a new methods that you have not exposed to it. So this is the routine. I call this the general name is psychometry. Psychometry is simple. Spiritualists and a lot of people from I don't know, different walks of life, your psychologists, your hypnotists use very similar principles. Psychometry is very, very simple. By touching an object, by touching and feeling an object, you kind of say who this belongs to. By, let's say there are 10 wallets, there are 10 people. I can take one random wallet and I say this belongs to John, this belongs to Jack, whatever, right? So the method is again, there is a marking involved and 3 principles involved. Okay, so this is what a routine will look like. For example, you have a stack of business cards. Let's say it's a large routine. This you can play for 4 to 5 people, right? Ideally 4 to 5. Don't go beyond that. It'll be too time consuming. Let's say, for example, let's do a fun routine, right? Let's say 4. Okay, these 4 are stacked and marked. Okay, for example, here is where you have to make some small investment, but that is lifetime. Trust me, if you make very, very small investments, when I say small, I'm talking about as simple as buying custom business cards. So I'll teach you both the method and the routine at the same time. Let's say 4 business cards. It could be 5, 6, 7, whatever you want. I usually work with 4 or 5. I think my ideal number is 4. Each of them are marked in a different manner. Each of them are marked in a different manner, in a very uniquely different manner. For example, since the cards that I would usually use, I'm not doing this routine in the last 6 months because I'm not performing on stage or I'm not going on streets. So I finished off those cards. The cards I would use are my own business cards. But what I had done is I had printed different 4 cards, 4 different business cards that in the first look will look very, very similar. But there are minute changes I have done that only I can see, which is so powerful, guys. Think of this. Nobody knows your business cards. Nobody knows your business cards inch by inch, but you can print them inch by inch. For example, let's say these are 4 business cards. One, you can just make, when you customize them, when you print them, add one small detail to that card. You're going to print 4 types of business cards. Add one small detail to that business card. Each one has one small detail that is different from the other, right? For example, let's say I'm just giving an example. This is what I did. Let's say on a business card, my face used to be there, right? So you don't even actually, if you think of it, you don't even have to go too exorbitant and think and make 4 different business cards. Let's say if you can make one business card, and if you can play with that business card in a very, very subtle manner. Let's say one business card where your face is there. Nobody knows your face inch by inch, right? So what I would do is I would just take a sharp pencil and I would just put one. Let's say my eyes have white area, right? I'd put a very small, very subtle dot on my right hand. On my right eyes, on the white space, one small dot. That means something. That to me, personally to me, it might indicate number 1, right? Let's say on my cheek or somewhere on my lips, I'll put 1 mark. It might mean card number 2. Likewise, I have 4 markings, right? 4 different cards, maybe same design. You can go ahead and print 4 different cards with very minute changes. The minute changes could be as simple as, let's say your PIN code. Do you think people check your pin code? No, right? Let's say you have numbers, you have pin codes on your business cards. Change the last number. Let's say if the pin code is 60053, actual pin code, you're just remembering in your head, okay, my actual pin code is number 1. Just change 50054, it means it can mean number 2. 50055, it can mean number 3. And 50056, it can mean number 4. You just know it, they don't know, they have no clue. Do you think they'll go check for your pin code? No, right? This is a variation where you want to print 4 different business cards. If you want to work on one design that you already have, you have to make very minute subtle changes that only you can see. The example is, take one sharp pencil. Let's say you have to remember, if I put a mark here, it means number 1. If I put a mark here, it means number 2. If I put a mark on my lips, whatever that is, I don't know. I don't know how a business card looks like. Right? If I put a mark here, it means number 3. If I put a mark here, it means number 4. Now you're set. Trust me, just by doing this, you're set for a 6-minute piece that will make you look like a real mind reader. And I want you to create that routine for yourself, which is so customizable, through which you can reveal very, very personal information. I'll show you how. Let's say, for example, this is my mark. For example, if I see one mark on my top right corner, to me, to the performer, to you, I assume it is card number 1. Okay. Let's say if I put, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. I just remember the order. I just remember the sequence. If I put a mark on the bottom right corner, it might mean number 2. If I put a mark the left bottom corner, it might mean number 3 for me. If I put a mark here on the top left corner, it might mean number 4 for me, right? So number 1, let's say number 1 is starting from my right top corner, it might be number 1. So I put a mark here, bottom right corner could be number 2. So I'm going like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I put a mark here on my bottom left corner, it might mean number 3 and number 4. Correct? Of course, here they will give you input which you will understand in a moment. I'm just helping you understand how the marking works, right? So you have arranged them from 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have arranged them 1, 2, 3, 4. So from top 1, 2, 3, 4. From the top, right? It is marked and stacked. This is your preparation. You have how you would work is a rubber band and 4 pencils or 4 pens. That is a set. You are set for, trust me, 5 to 7 minutes with great interaction, with a punch ending that will make you look like a real life mind reader. So marked and stacked. They are stacked 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know, when you look at the marking, you know mentally which card is which. Right? Now, you can create a miracle, a literal miracle. How? You go to 4 people because you have 4 cards. So they're standing or sitting in a position. You say, sir, could you take one? You take one, take one, take one. But you're giving them in order because it is stacked. Because this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Right? So it was like this. It was rubber banded with 4 pens. You know from top 1, 2, 3, 4. You say, sir, could you please take one, take one, take one, take one. Okay? Of course, this will be blank. Just for the reference, I've written down numbers here. This side will be completely blank. But you have the mark with you. You gave them in order. They are not going to switch positions during the show or during the performance or during the demonstration. They are not going to switch positions. They're going to stand or sit there. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 you gave. Right? Whatever story you want to say. Let's do a fun story. Let's do a story like, sir, madam, whatever that is, I want you to write down the first your first girlfriend, for example. Okay, he is gonna write down A. He or she is gonna write down B, C, D. Right? When they write down, you say, I don't want to see anything, I'll turn this side. Okay? Then you point to one of them and say, could you collect all four face down and shuffle all of them? Now let's say the person number 1 collects all four. Right? You say shuffle all of them. Does it matter? No, because they have not changed positions yet. Right? Looking at the mark, you know who wrote what. To apply it to the context, looking at the mark, you know whose girlfriend, whose first girlfriend or whose first crush, anything, any story you want to say, is this card, right? So you say when they're done shuffling back, you say, can I have it back? Of course, face down, right? So here you can do any presentation you want. You turn the first card. See, first card, I can see the mark here. See, I can see the mark here because I've done the mark here. It means number 3 for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, depending on what marking system you follow. Just for the demonstration purpose, I did it. If the mark is here, it means number 3 for me. Just by looking at the mark, the third person I gave the card to, 1, 2, 3, is the whatever name is here is that person's girlfriend or crush, whatever, right? So what I'll do is I'll take the whatever card happens to be on the top. I'll turn the card like this. Since I saw the mark, when I look at it, I don't need to know because I just looked at the mark. I know this one belongs to this person. I'll turn the card, and guys, this will change the game for you. This will literally change the game for you. I'll turn the card since I already know by looking at the mark who this belongs to. I will turn the card. I will crack a joke at it. I will crack a joke at it. The joke could be as simple as, I used to think my handwriting is the worst, but this one, guys, what am I doing? I'm looking at the last card. Whatever happens to be the first card after they shuffled, you don't know. Just by looking at the marking, you know which card belongs to who. I turn the first card, whatever that card is, I know who that belongs to just by the marking. I crack a joke pointing to it. It's very important, you have to physically point to it. And don't rush for the peak. Here you are peeking. You are seeing the last card information. Now, I'll turn the first card. I'll take my own time. I won't rush into the peak. I'll take it very, very slow. When I turn, naturally, guys, I look at everybody, I'll talk to everybody. Guys, I used to think I had the worst handwriting, but this one, that is all. But this one, I saw what was the last card. My entire work for next 5 minutes is done. The method is done before even the routine started. Right? Now, I've seen the last card. Remember, in this case, I've seen number 2. We don't know what that's going to be. We didn't see the marking, but we peeked the information. Right? So this happens to be number 4 because you will know by the marking. Once I've seen the last card, what I'll do is the same person who shuffled or anybody in the gang, I'll say, could you please hold on to the rest of the cards? You build, act, crack jokes, create your own stories, play your character, have a lot of fun with them, because just by looking at the marking, my marking is here, which means my left top corner, which in my head I know it means the 4th person. Whatever name is here, in this case we're working with a crush name or a first girlfriend name. I'll say, sir, let's say this one is Jacqueline, for example. The D means Jacqueline. The D input they would have given, let's say for example, is Jacqueline. I would say, Jacqueline is not your girlfriend, you're not yours, sir, Jacqueline must be your girlfriend, right? Hit number 1. Now you're so hands-free, you know the last information. you know the last information, but you have done the dirty work before anything started. You say, could you give me the next one? The one who's holding on to the rest of the cards, you say, could you give me the next one? Trust me, nobody does this. They give the next one. Next one, it comes back. I look at the marking. My marking is right here. It means 3. I turn, have a look. Let's say this one is, I don't know, let's give it an Indian name, Priyanka. Priyanka, so of course yours is Jacqueline. Priyanka cannot be your girlfriend. Priyanka should be one of these 3. Priyanka, sir, you. I give it a number 3. Hit number 2. Right? Next one, sir, can I have the next one? Ma'am, can I have the next one? Next one comes to you. All you're doing is looking for the mark. Look, my mark is right here, which means number 1. A. Let's say A is, I don't know, Jessica. Let's give Jessica. Let's say A means Jessica. You have Jessica. There are 2 people left. Jessica should be anything you want. Can you say Jessica? Can you say Jessica? Okay, I see a small smirk on your face. I see a small, I don't know, looking at your body language. Jessica should be yours, right? He agrees. Jessica goes. Now, one person is remaining. 1 card is remaining. Of course, this card belongs to that person, which you have already picked. Now, I'll say, let's do this a little differently. The chance of you and I meeting is overall 8 billion people on earth. So, first of all, we have met out of 1 by 8 billion chances. And you're thinking of a name from your life, a name from your childhood or whatever is the story. Right? Let's do this a little differently. Just think of this. Of course, this card belongs to you. Just think of this. Now it becomes a strong mind reading effect. It's not just anymore a psychometry effect where you're giving back which card or which name, whatever the story is, belongs to who. Now you can literally reveal this information, which is a very, very strong personal piece of information. Now I'll take a piece of pen and paper, because I've done the dirty work. I've done the peek 3 to 4 minutes back. It's called time misdirection, right? Time misdirection. You did the peek under a whole different context. Nobody knew where you were going. You did the peek 4 to 5 minutes back. Now it's come to this level. You say, just think of it. Then you do whatever kind of mind reading you want. I'll talk about different kinds of reveal, all of that in the character last part. Right now, you know the information. You can write and show it to them, reveal it to them verbally, send them a message, do whatever you want. It becomes a strong reveal. Now, think of this, guys. Now, this has no restriction. Literally, sky is the limit. It could be about 4 people. Write down your passcode, your phone passcode. Sir, 4350, yours. 1142, yours. 0000, yours. This one is remaining. Just think of the passcode. Give me your phone. Check. Think how strong this is. Right? Sir, your ATM passcode. This is yours. Okay, one is remaining. That must be yours. Think of your ATM passcode. Can I see your card? Is there any way just by looking at the card can you know your passcode? Build drama, character. Look at the card. There are 16 numbers on the cards. There's so many information on the card. Looking at the card, I think your passcode is XXXX. Drawings. So 4 people, 4 drawings. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is yours. One is remaining. It must be yours. Think of the drawing. 4 cities. Let's say 4 people. 4 people are born in different cities, right? Strangers, names, places, personal information, passcode, pin code. I don't know. This can be a social security number. This can be literally anything. Drawing, dates. You can do a birthday reveal. So write on your birthday. One is remaining. You look like a Scorpio. If you remember which month is what, you can reveal the star sign as well. Right? Think how powerful this is. That's why I say this is probably the strongest routine in the entire course. Or maybe there's few more that are as strong as this. But this is like literal. This looks very real. This looks like a real, genuine mind reading. And this is something that professional mentalists carry. This is what we do in a highly paid show. And right now, this is in your hands. And what you're going to do with this, I'm really genuinely looking forward to it. If you have doubts, please put it on the comment box. Before I wrap it off, quick recap. They are stacked and marked, given 1, 2, sir, take 1. The character should be, so take 1, take 1, take 1, take 1. They're not changing positions. They're just there. And you say, whatever is the story, let's stick to a name. Write down your first girlfriend, all of you. Right, they all write on their names. You say, sir, could you please collect them and mix them all 4 face down. He or she mixes all of them. You receive it back, turn the first card, point to it, physically point to it, and show it very, very quickly to them, cracking a joke. Cracking a joke, point to it. The general joke I crack is a handwriting joke. I used to think my handwriting is the worst, but this one, guys, any human being has to listen to it. Any human being has to laugh for it. Trust me. When you point to it, you're looking at the last card. Right? I turn the first one. I used to think my handwriting is the worst, but guys, this one, I'm looking at the last card, which is B. I saw B, whatever information that is, B2, whatever information that is, name, passcode, whatever information that is. I just looked at it. Then I turn this. Sir, could you please hold to the rest? So this one should belong to you. Can I have the next one? This one should belong to you. This one should belong to you. Last one, of course, there's one person remaining. We'll do this very, very differently. I've never done this before. Can you just think of it? Now we can reveal it. And this is how we reveal information. If you see other mentalists revealing a lot of personal information, you have it. Okay? So otherwise, have a lot of fun with it. Generally I call this psychometry, but how powerful this can play is much larger than just this one being a psychometry. This feels like real, genuine mind reading. Have a lot of fun with it. Try saying so many variety of different stories. Try tapping into multiple different emotions. Be very, very bizarre when you pick routines. Create your own stories. Create your own legacy. If you have doubts, please put it on the comments box. I will come and clear them, help you in the process, in the journey, whenever I can. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.